Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be another classic movie review for you guys. This time reviewing to you the 1977 romantic comedy classic Annie Hall. Now, Annie Hall was a movie I was looking forward to because I've seen some Woody Allen movies. Really, the only one I've seen though is Midnight in Paris. However, I've heard his best one, of all time, was Annie Hall. And I was contemplating whether or not to watch it, but I saw that it was a really short movie. It had a really good cast in there, and I was really looking forward to watching Annie Hall. And overall, what I think, and honestly, that romantic comedy category, I would not classify this movie as a comedy. However, what did I think of Annie Hall? I love this movie. It was extremely cute in the first half. Yes, I know that's kind of like a gay thing to say, but I really don't care, because it really was extremely cute in the first half. And then the second half was really good. I mean, the whole movie was very, very good, and I really enjoyed Annie Hall overall. Now, what's Annie Hall about? Annie Hall is about this guy named Alvy, who right away you can see that he is, he just ended his relationship with this girl, Annie Hall. This girl he's been seeing for a while. They've been on and off basically, and he's trying to figure out why his relationship with her ended, and pretty much, they go back and forth sort of, and we sort of see them, then they have sex and they're in bed and they're sort of reminiscing. When they first met and things like that. And we basically get to see how their relationship started, things that happened in their relationship, things like that. That's basically what the movie's all about. It's where their relationship is and where it's going and things like that. That's basically what it's about. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was definitely very, very well done. So, let's just get to the acting first. Now, the acting in this movie, really, there are only two people to really talk about. However, there were some other people I like too, but let's first talk about the main one. Woody Allen is Alvy. So good in this movie. He was amazing in this movie. I thought he was so funny at times. There's this really great scene where he's with he's with Annie, and they're going to see this play with Marshall McLuhan, and this guy is saying all the wrong stuff about Marshall McLuhan, and he literally goes up to the camera and breaks the wall, and he's like, "So this is the guy they hired to be in these movies? Seriously?" I thought it was really funny, that whole part. There's a classic line there. Anytime he was, rambling on about something, or he just had a lot of really great, screen presence. He was very funny in this movie. He casted himself in the movie, and I think this was a perfect movie to cast himself in, because he was very good in it. I really enjoyed, I enjoyed in the beginning when we kind of saw how he was as a child. I thought that was really funny. When we got to see how he was as a child, I thought that was funny. And, I really liked his monologues in the movie. He was very, very funny. But then he also, was really good at the end of the movie. He had that really great monologue at the end, which I'll talk about. But, yeah, he was amazing. I thought he was really good. Gave a really, really great performance. Diane Keaton, though, I thought she was really good as well. She was kind of the opposite of Alvy. Alvy's the comedian, and Annie Hall is a singer. I did not know Diane Keaton could sing like that, first of all. She did an amazing job. I did not know she could sing, but I really loved when she sang. She has two songs that are very important in the movie. It Had to Be You and Seems Like Old Times. And the reason those are so important is because It Had to Be You represents the beginning of their relationship, and It Seems Like Old Times can represent the end of their relationship, which is really sad, but I thought she did a really good job in the movie, and she was really, really good, very brilliantly casted. I believe Woody Allen and Diane Keaton did a few other movies together, but this one was definitely very, very well done, and I think they did a really great job in this movie, definitely. I love seeing they had a lot of chemistry as well. They had a lot of chemistry. I love seeing that even after they decided not to be a couple, they still remained very good friends, and I like that. It was very realistic the way they did that. I definitely like that about the movie. Now, there aren't too many other people to talk about. Paul Simon as Tony, he was good, and then Christopher Walken was in this movie, but I don't remember who he played, so, yeah. Let's get to the directing of this movie, because there really aren't any, spoilers or anything. Let's get to the directing. The director, of course, is Woody Allen. He also stars in the movie. He directed the movie very well. He starred in it and he directed it, so he really clearly knew what he was doing with this movie. He did an amazing job with this movie, and it's probably my favorite romantic comedy, I'll say that right now. And I would not consider this movie a comedy. There are funny moments, yes, but I wouldn't consider it a comedy. I consider this movie more of a dramedy, because there's comedy in the movie, but there's also a lot of drama as well, because you already know his relationship ended, so I kind of feel like this movie's not really a comedy. So yeah, I don't know why it's called a comedy, but my only other complaint with this movie is it is rated PG, but is a very, like, they graphically sexually talk in this movie. They smoke joints in this movie. Like, I feel like this movie should not be PG. Like, I understand it was released in 1977. They didn't have the PG-13 rating yet, but I think this movie should have been rated R because of the content in the movie. The content in the movie, I feel like it should have been rated R. I don't know why they decided to go PG, but whatever. That's really my only complaint about the movie, though. But yeah, Woody Allen, really great job. He really did a great job directing the movie. The editing in the movie was very well done as well. I thought they did a great job with that. And the only other thing I'll talk about is, we'll talk about, of course, like, what the movie's trying to say. Of course, there's that really great thing at the end where he kind of talks about love. And basically what the movie's trying to represent is that love is not just, these two did not love each other in the way that a couple loves each other. They loved each other as friends. That's really what they were. They were friends, and that's what they still are. They remain friends, and that's what they're going to be. They're going to be friends, and I liked at the end of the movie that they said that. Now, this movie was quite successful. It got a lot of awards. It got a lot of critical acclaim, and everyone knows it as, like, one of the best romantic comedies of all time, and I agree, it's one of the best. In fact, a lot of things it won 4 Oscars at the it won 4 Oscars at the Academy Awards. That being Best Picture, won for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress in a Leading Role, and Best Original Screenplay. So yeah, they definitely did a really, really great job with those things. I definitely think it deserves all those because, even though Woody Allen didn't get nominated for Best Actor, he basically won because he starred and directed in the movie. So I thought that was really, really good as well. And the way they did that was also really good. I also love that this movie broke the fourth wall a lot and wasn't, like, afraid of doing that. That was a fun aspect of the movie. I thought that was kind of fun that they did that. I overall enjoyed that part of the movie. That was fun to watch. So yeah, I like that as well. I think the only other thing I'll talk about this movie is, why is this movie, like, considered the best Woody Allen movie of all time? I think it's just the realistic tone of it, or more like the realistic tone and how people can, like, relate to it. I think it's definitely very relatable. And, after this movie, this basically launched Woody Allen's career. He did a lot of movies before this, but pretty much, God Rest His Soul, Roger Ebert, God Rest His Soul, said this. He said, Annie Hall is going to become everyone's favorite, and it's true. And, he had done a few ones before this, but I don't think they were that successful. After this, he'd go on to do things like Manhattan, and, things like, Manhattan and other big ones that he did. There are a whole bunch of movies that I know Woody Allen did. I can't think of any offhand, but I know that after this, he was very, very successful. And of course, he actually has a new one coming out this year called Magic in the Moonlight, which I might want to see. But ever since this movie, he's been very, very successful with these type of movies, and he does very well with that. And everyone says it kind of launched the indie comedy feel, which is true. It really did launch that, because, indie comedies, they're kind of like comedies, but they're set in a different way. And of course, just like any indie comedy, the two do not stay together. This happens in every single indie comedy. Like, for example, 500 Days of Summer. That's an indie comedy. They don't stay together. In the end, Annie Hall is an example of that, which I like indie comedies because they're more realistic than actual romantic comedies are. The indie comedies are more realistic, and I do like that about those films. They're a lot more, like, realistic, and I enjoy that. Definitely, I think that's definitely a very good thing, that they're, as I said, more realistic. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed Annie Hall. I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was just a very fun movie to watch. Like, it's a very fun movie. Don't think this is a depressing movie. It's really not. It's just fun to watch, and I definitely really enjoyed it overall. And I recommend that you guys check it out too, because it's a really good movie, and as I said, it's probably my favorite romantic comedy, because I was really into the story, and I enjoyed the story a lot, and I thought they did a really great job with the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Annie Hall. Let me know if you guys saw this movie. As I said, I really enjoyed it, but that's my review. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another classic movie review, so I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.